Enjin at the price of $10 during the peak of this bull run. Some people may think that's crazy. They may think it's insane. But I don't think so, because I still do believe that Enjin could reach this, hypothetically speaking, during the peak of this bull run. And of course, not financial advice and not a guarantee. But people, they may have a hard time believing this as of right now, because they're saying, wow, didn't Enjin not too long ago, didn't they get delisted by Coinbase? Oh, wow, this is terrible. This is caca. They're complaining. But here's the thing. Coinbase kind of has a history of doing stuff like this. You take a look back in time, right? When Gala transitioned to become Gala V2, Coinbase, they didn't want to support that, delisted Gala. Now you take a look at Enjin, right? How they switched to their very own blockchain, the Enjin blockchain, which I think is very amazing, by the way. Now Coinbase, they probably didn't like this either, which is why I'm assuming they probably did this because we take a look what they did with Gala as well in the past. But besides that point, I think nothing has changed, because fundamentally it's still fantastic. And it still has a very strong and passionate community. So being delisted by Coinbase, who cares about that, man? It's still listed in a bunch of other exchanges anyways. Who cares about this? At least that's the way I view it. Now, if the fundamentals of Enjin became caca or something like that, then yeah, that would concern me. If suddenly you went in a tank or whatever, then yeah, that'd be terrible in terms of fundamentals. But again, fundamentally, it's still amazing. So being delisted from Coinbase, who cares, in my opinion? It's not going to change the way I view Enjin, because after all, Enjin, it has an amazing focus. It gives developers and creators the ability to launch top-tier Web3 games and applications. And before anyone says, oh wow, this is corny, Enjin doesn't have great adoption, I disagree. You take a look at how Enjin, as of right now, they've been involved with amazing gaming projects such as, for instance, The Lost Relics, Six Dragons, Nine Lives Arena, and many others, which I think, again, is very fantastic. Also, on top of that, let's not forget, Enjin, catch this, right? They've already been involved with something called Microsoft. And yeah, you heard that right. I'm talking about the real deal here. I'm talking about hashtag Bill Gates. If you know, you know. You take into consideration how Enjin, they were involved with something called Azure Heroes. Now, when it comes to Azure Heroes, it's Microsoft's very own digital badge rewards program. So the fact that Enjin can even be involved with Microsoft in the first place, that truly says something. A lot of good projects out there, they can't even sniff the caca jock straps of Microsoft. So if something can even become associated with Microsoft in the first place, that truly shows how special they are. At least that's the way I view it. And the Enjin blockchain, some people out there, they may think this is a waste of resources. They may think this is caca, but I disagree. You take into consideration how the Enjin blockchain can currently facilitate over 5,000 transactions per second and can process upwards of 2,000 mints per transaction, which I think is insane. And the average cost per transaction is less than a penny. I mean, carajo, boha. The Enjin blockchain is very amazing. Enjin focus on blockchain gaming, a market that's predicted to be worth over $300 billion according to Grandview Research. So they have a right focus there. They have their very own blockchain. And also on top of that, focus on NFTs as well. We take a look at how also, yet again, according to Grandview Research, the NFT market predicted to be worth over $200 billion over the next 6 years. So when it comes to Enjin, focus on the right markets. They have their very own blockchain. This is pretty much the complete package, in my opinion. Not financial advice, though. And not to mention, the cherry on top is that they're also focused on the metaverse. The metaverse, according to McKinsey, predicted to be worth $5 trillion by 2030. I mean, carajo, oha. Enjin, it's a very no-brainer pick for me. Now, keep in mind, right, $10 really isn't insane, because considering current circulating supply, if it were to go to the price of $10, market cap at that point would be around $14.7 billion. I mean, come on, man. We've seen some caca nonsense like SHIB go to around $40 billion. We've seen some caca nonsense like Doge go to around $88 billion. I mean, this isn't crazy. At least that's the way I view it. And Bitcoin isn't even at the price of $100,000 yet. What is going on with people saying that this is the end of the bull run, cryptos are done forever? I don't get this. Give it some time, because I think around a year from right now, Enjin, it's going to look very different. As a matter of fact, I think altcoins a year from right now, generally speaking, they're going to look very different. Historically speaking, this isn't even supposed to be the time yet when altcoins are supposed to peak. Usually altcoins, they peak anywhere between 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. Bitcoin halving event happened back in April. We're not even 6 months through yet. 18 months is October next year. So there's still some time there. I think that, if anything, this is actually a blessing in disguise, because the way I view it is that the lower the price, the better the buying opportunity for me. And also on top of that, if I have more time to accumulate something that I love, which is Enjin, I don't see why not. My strategy is very simple. I'm acquiring, I'm holding, and I'm just waiting. I'm not trying to day trade. I'm not using leverage. None of that whatsoever. Get Enjin at the price of $10 during the peak of this bull run wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. I think it's that amazing, and I think it's that fantastic. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very interesting video. I think you all would really love it. It's only the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.